Good Sunday morning if you are in Bangkok, and good Saturday evening to you if you are in America. Hello, Robert and Mr. Robert Mack and Drifting. Hello. Good to see everybody in the chat this morning. Much appreciated. Already got some thumbs up going. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. We're going to talk about a couple things today. And I wanted to start by telling you that Thailand has, well, first of all, I live and work in Bangkok, in case you guys didn't know, and I miss Pattaya. And I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. What's up, Cody? Good to see you, brother. But Thailand proposes to follow ASEAN members to relaunch limited travel across the region. So there goes your travel bubble that we were talking about yesterday. David, wait, Cody said, thought I had time to get a burger already. Go get your burger. I decided to come on early. Hey, Jose, how you doing, man? Good to see you. And David says, thanks for all the info. You're very welcome, sir. Very, very welcome. Let's see. There was one Monday likely to bring multiple major decisions from Thai government. These decisions will include information on the emergency decree, bars and clubs, and international travel, plus some additional information. I just read that in the Pattaya, news this morning. And let me dispel one of the rumors. Cody says, I'll wait. These Cheez-Its are very useful. I hear you, bud. Let me dispel one rumor real quick before I get started with anything else. When I say I miss Pattaya, I don't mean I miss the nightlife. I mean I miss my friends in Pattaya. I miss the camaraderie that I have with those friends in Pattaya. I miss some of the friends that I have that we just hang out. I miss some of the friends that are well known in that region that I don't get to see anymore because of this situation that's going on. A lot of them had to return home, and yes, they are my friends. I miss things like that about Pattaya. I also miss some of the food in Pattaya because I know where everything is in Pattaya now, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy the relaxation of that place. For me, some people won't do it. Some people won't do it, but or some people will think that, yeah, sure, that's what you miss. Da, 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 da. No, that's really what I miss. That's really what I miss, because if people think, here's the ignorance of your general population, just in general. Bangkok has probably twice as much of the nightlife scene as Pattaya. Okay, if I wanted to just live my life in the nightlife scene, I could just go down the road. Why would I want to travel an hour and a half, 2 hours to Pattaya? It's just so crazy. Jose says, I'm surprised they just haven't announced it being delayed to September. Yeah, I know, me too. They will. Hey, Stuck, good morning. Good to see you. I'm driving. I'll be back in a bit. Sounds good, brother. Cody says, Texas closed bars again. Yep. We don't want to use that C word in there if we can help it, Cody, because I'm telling you, man, YouTube is tracking, brother. They are tracking. I've seen it. It's a little bit scary, to say the least. But no harm, no foul. You know that. Robert Max said, oh, he's saying, hey, Stuck. Yeah, it's getting rough down there in Texas, from what I heard. But just keep going, man. Elite Class Trucking, I hadn't seen you in a long time. Good to see you, man. Very good to see you. Hope I see a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time. I don't think I've done a Sunday live stream in a while, maybe one. Cody says, wouldn't you also say Bangkok businesses do better upkeep on maintenance than Pattaya? Um, I would say it depends on the business, Cody. That's a really good question, but I would say it depends on the business. Um, I've been in businesses in Pattaya that are super clean, and I've been in vice versa for both cities, for sure. David says, have you ever considered investing in a business to get a business visa or not worth it? I have a business visa and a work permit because I teach English. I have not considered yet investing in a business. So, like to buy a business or own a business, certainly not now, when the vast majority of people that would own businesses are uh, people looking for to get the dollars from the tourists. And right now, tourists are not able to come into Thailand. So I would have that would be this is a good question. It's a fair question, David. I would just have to think about that one and get back around to it. Robert, thank you for throwing up PayPal link. I appreciate that very much. All contributions go to the travel fund and only the travel fund. Gregory, what's up, buddy? Outside watching you on the rooftop, Brooklyn. I hear you, man. I hear you. Gosh, I've always wanted to see like Brooklyn, but I have to wait to get back to the States one day, I guess. So anyway, now that you guys know that when I say missing Pattaya, you understand. I mean, I'm missing my friends. I'm missing the atmosphere. But I mostly just miss my friends and the people that do own businesses there. I've gotten to know quite a few of, and there's some really fantastic people. Really fantastic. Pedro says Seattle. You are from Seattle. Welcome to the chat. But working in Bangkok. Let's talk about working in Bangkok for a little bit. As you guys know, I worked for 16 months in Rayong, and then I came back to Bangkok, and I'm really, really happy to be working here in Bangkok because Bangkok, Thailand has pretty much anything that you need in terms of, well, whatever the case may be, doctors, hospitals, food, shopping, they got it all. Everything's here, man. Gregory says dinner on me at Peter Luger Steakhouse. Man, you got it. Sounds good to me. Aaron, I'm on Ramadan at TC Green Best condo in Bangkok. I have to check it out, man. So what I decided, guys, since I'm going to be going back to work full time tomorrow, and by the way, in case you didn't catch the very beginning of this, we also there are going to be some big decisions made tomorrow in terms of traveling and what Thailand's going to do and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for maybe an update. And as always, our goal is 50 thumbs up, 50 thumbs up or likes. So if you crush that like button, I would appreciate it very much. And moving on to the next comment. Oh, this is what I was going to do. Since we had such a good travel fun day yesterday, what I'm thinking about doing, and I had mentioned this before, but I'm thinking about instead of going to thank you for giving me a like. Appreciate it. What I was thinking about doing is going to some of these hotels in Bangkok and renting a decent room for a night, and renting it in a spot where the some type of nightlife, whether it be a night market or Soy Cowboy, Nana Plaza, whatever the case may be, whether it be something like that or whether it be some type of open shopping, that would be a market. So whatever the case may be, I'm thinking of doing that, and you'll get a hotel review, you'll get a proximity review. In other words, how close am I in the hotel as it relates to wherever I want to go. I'm thinking about doing that, and I think it would be. I think it's going to score pretty high on what you guys really want to do when you get here, because not everybody that gets here is jumping on a plane and going straight to Pattaya or straight to Krabi or Phuket or whatever the case may be. As I explained, I miss Pattaya because of my friendships that I had there. That's the number one reason. Not saying I don't miss the nightlife there any at all, but that's not my main thing. What's up, Gordon? Good to see you, brother. Thank you for stopping by this morning. I appreciate it. I can't remember the last time I had a live stream on Sunday. It may have been last Sunday. I'm not sure, but I want to squeeze in as much as possible to try to get as much content out as I possibly can before the end of the month to help with AdSense, because AdSense is just in the tank. I think they're having a boycott right now due to all the events in America. Like, advertisers are boycotting social media platforms. So that's my opinion, but that's what I see happening. Prep for it. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Gerald is in the house. Good to see you, sir. I am still planning on coming in November or December. You should do that. You should definitely do that. Gringo Life in Peru says, did you miss Terminal 21? Place was dead in January. Terminal 21 in Pattaya? I believe I went there last time I went to Pattaya, I think. And it was great. But Terminal 21s are Terminal 21s. They all look the same. So if you go to one in Bangkok or if you go to one in Pattaya, it doesn't really matter. You experience? I love it, man. He says, love it when Jeremy says 10 p.m., then gets too excited and goes on early. I know. I have a tendency to do that. That is my apologies, but there were a few people hanging out in chat already, and I thought I'd go ahead and get the bull crap out of the way so people wouldn't understand what I mean. Thanks for throwing up the PayPal link. I appreciate that. If we have half the day that we had yesterday in terms of PayPal, then you can pretty much rest assured within the next 2 weeks, I'll be staying in hotels in Bangkok telling you guys what I think about some of these places. And the playlist, which has hotels to stay in, it's pretty cool. So we've already got that information up there. Our experience said, he left the PayPal link. Robert said, you rode by Terminal 21 in the Pat's video. Yes, I did. And I have another one of those videos riding, and I'm going to do a voiceover on it. I'll probably release it tomorrow or the next day. George Delgado, how big are the possums in Thailand, and are they a problem? I've never seen one. Cody says, found cold chicken in the fridge. Okay, proceed, sir. Apparently, I messed up Cody's. Cody was going out to get a burger, and I messed up his burger time. Sorry, Cody. Didn't mean to do that to you there, brother. For sure. Had a message right here. I want to check it out. Okay. So anyway, our experience says, hello, chat. Hope everyone is well this fine Saturday night. I imagine. Well, here we go already. This 14 minutes into a video, and we have a PayPal contribution. That's Gerald. Thank you very much, sir. Ooh, what did I hit? Tell me I didn't just mess that up. I deleted it, but Gerald just sent $5, and I hope you guys got to see a little bit of that before I freaking deleted it. I did that yesterday, but I didn't delete the one from yesterday. Gosh, I can't believe I did that. But thank you very much, Gerald. I appreciate the contribution very, very much as the tour tourism fund grows. He says, I want to do my part to help with hotel budget. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that very much because it is going to cost, and I'm going to stay in some cheaper hotels, and I'm going to stay in some mid-range hotels, and whether or not I stay in really fancy upscale hotels, if you guys want to see reviews of those, that's up to you. You'll let me know. David says, do you cook much at home or usually eat out? I usually eat out. I eat street food most of the time. It's cheaper, quicker, just more efficient. Cody says, I grilled 8 earlier, then put them in containers for knucking later. I hear you, brother. Thank you again, Gerald. I appreciate that very much, man. Cody says, for $3 a meal right outside your door, I'd eat out 99% of the time. And that's pretty much what it comes down to here. Is the street food. That's also, since I have my new camera, that's also why I want to be able to go out and provide you guys with some street food locations. Like, I live on the western-ish side of Bangkok, and on Sharon, there is a great intersection and a soy that has a ton of food on it. I actually went to record a video there, and that was the first day I had my new camera, and I was mashing the wrong button for record, so it was just bad. I felt like a rookie. It was sad. David says, is it healthy enough to do that every day? It depends on what you get. If you get the healthy foods, then yeah. David, thank you for the $5 super chat, brother. I appreciate that very, very much. You're the man. Keep up the great work. I appreciate that very, very, very much, David. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But to answer your question, is it healthy enough to do that every day? Depending on what you get, I would say yes. Because here's the deal. You can get something like baked ham or grilled turkey, or not grilled turkey, grilled pork or grilled chicken. And you can go to 7-Eleven and buy a big dish of riceberry. Riceberry that has a lot of fiber and is very good for you. It's not a lot of carbs, okay? So you can take that, take a little bit of fresh basil and some garlic and some soy sauce. And if you want it hot, you can buy a few chilies to put in it. And you got yourself a meal. But you can turn that into 2, 3, 4, 5 meals if you want to, depending on how much you buy. So it's decisions like that that decide that stuff. Our experience says Thai food can be very healthy if you avoid the fried stuff. That's true. I agree. Deep fried food here in Thailand is not healthy. One thing they do have is the Isan sausages, the round sausages that come on the stick, and you can get them deep fried or you can get them grilled. If you get them grilled, I'm telling you, even though they're not healthy per se for you, they're good. They're very, very tasty. So if you want to treat yourself, first smash the like button and then think about getting grilled sausages. Cody in Texas says, I've seen vids of an entire table of food, 4 to 5 dishes for $155. Yeah, absolutely. And you'll probably see more. Robert says, Asia Pattaya hotel review. I can do that. I'll review a hotel anywhere. Anywhere you guys want me to go, as soon as we get the travel fund, it needs to get up really need about another $300 total in the travel fund to get up to where I'm comfortable to going out and staying in Bangkok for the weekend, or going to Pattaya, which takes quite a bit of time if you've only got a Friday and a Saturday. And luckily we have a big holiday coming up, so I'll probably be able to record quite a bit of video for you guys there. Gordon says, cooking at home saves pennies, but who's going to clean up this mess? Gordon, me and you, man, we're right on we're right on the same brainwave there, because I'm the same way. I actually love to cook. I just don't want to clean it up. Like, that's one reason I guess I need to get a partner. It's because maybe she would enjoy cleaning up after I cooked. I'm not sure. Cody says, I prefer to eat less now at a time because a lot of food bogs me down. It will, especially if the situation, has got you where you can't move around a lot. It'll do that for sure. David says, in North America, you can't really eat out every day on a budget and it be healthy. Probably why most people in Asia are a lot skinnier. And that is, David, honestly, that's a very, very true, accurate statement. I'm behind that 100% because I agree 100%. You really can't eat out. Like, you can get some of the most healthiest food in the world in America, but it's going to cost you, for a little bowl of, healthy nuts and fruits and maybe a vegetable or two. It's going to cost you, 18, $20 to get that bowl. And that's just absolutely ridiculous. When you could eat here on that $20 for a week almost. So it's, and still get healthy food. I totally get it. Cody says in the U.S., it's the other way around, cheaper to eat at home. I agree. I agree with that 100%. Prep for it says the fresh fruit drinks and smoothies that you can get from street vendors are super healthy and a hangover helper. Yes, they are. They are. He's talking about here in Thailand. And they definitely are. I agree with that 110%, Prep for it. And the street vendors make it all. You're getting, in my opinion, better quality fruit and veggies because they're all 100% fresh and they're not treated as much as the stuff in the U.S. So they drop that in a smoothie for you, and all of a sudden you're better. I mean, you just feel better. Our experience says grilled meat on a stick for 10 baht. A stick equals yummy. I buy 5. LOL. That's right. You can get all kinds of grilled meat, grilled chicken, grilled pork, grilled fish, and then like off the wall kinds of stuff you can get for 10 baht a stick. And if you buy 5, that's extraordinarily cheap because you're talking about 10. You're talking about 50 baht. That's what would that be? $3 maybe, $4, something like that. I mean, it's just super cheap. Cody says lots of seafood and rice, and Asians walk a lot. That's very, very true. I ate a lot of good seafood, especially if you want to go down toward the Rayong area. That's a real good place. I lived there for 16 months, and they had a really good assortment of seafood. Unfortunately, I didn't get to experience much of it because I didn't see it until it was time for me to leave and come back to Bangkok. Let's see. Aaron says Daniel Tiger Burger. Is that a restaurant? I'm not sure. Gerald Yates says, why camera over iPhone? What are the pros and cons? How will you use it? Well, my camera records video with IBIS, in-body stabilization, and it also has digital enhancement. So that means it'll crop in a little bit and it'll move the pixels on the sensor as well as allowing the sensor to move. You need a camera like mine if you want to shoot high-end video, just for the simple fact of the interchangeable lens combination. One of the next things I'm going to do is upgrade my iPhone because I have an iPhone 7 Plus. It's very old. And I want the phone for the ability to be able to walk, talk, and live stream. I used to do that a lot. The other thing is when you have, you're not going to get the aperture or the background blur, though you can fake it these days with a lot of software. You're not going to get that out of a raw file on a iPhone, and you can get that out of a camera. There are a lot of advantages to taking camera, like or to getting camera. Like you can't get a log version in most cell phones, which is a flat profile that allows you to color grade it, make it beautiful. And I could go on and on, but I don't want to talk to you guys about cameras too much. Not at this point. Good question, though, Joe. Cody says, unless I had a business and needed to transport goods, I don't see a reason to own a car in Bangkok. A bike, yes. And agreed here. I don't have a car. There's no way I would have a car in Bangkok, but I do have a bike. And it gets through traffic. Lovely. Our experience says, prep for it. I love banana smoothies. Addicted to those. Me too. I love banana smoothies. Those things are great. Cody says a salad at McDonald's here is $8. A McDouble is $1.29. That's why. That's why the obesity rate in America shot up so bad. Is because all the healthy stuff costs triple what the unhealthy stuff costs. Cody says, I've noticed vloggers with better equipment, not only is the picture better, but it sounds out the wind and other people talking. Yep, that depends on the audio or on the mic, but thankfully for me, I've got a decent mic, and I'd like to get the Rode Go, which is one that's a clip-on mic, and the other end attaches to your camera, and it's remote. It's all done by Bluetooth. So I would like to get that eventually, but again, what I got right now will do what I need it to do. And another reason not to get a cell over the iPhone versus the camera, you can't put an interchangeable lens on a cell phone that makes it that looks right, that makes the picture look okay. Whereas if you need to zoom out 800 millimeters on my camera, they make a lens that you can do that. And 800 millimeters is a long way. And you can get a steady shot with it because you got the in-body stabilization. If you ever notice, the more you zoom in your iPhone, that's digital zoom. So as you digitally zoom out, the more you move the phone, the shakier it gets. That's why iPhones are not, or any kind of phone really, is not destined to overcome the Micro Four Thirds camera anytime soon, or APS-C or full frame camera anytime soon, in my opinion. Unless they put a 1-inch sensor in the cell phone, and if they do that, then you might be talking about some really good image quality. Thailand Obsession. Hello, friends. Hello to you. PayPal link. Are you experienced? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So anyway, what's working in Bangkok like? Here's my normal, typical day. I get up at 5:30. I'm at work at 7:30. And I usually get home. Looks like we're going to have some overtime coming up this semester to help catch up some students. So as of right now, I would get home about 5. And then I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty worn out because people think that, oh, I'm just going to go teach English. How hard can it be? Well, you still got to be a teacher. And you still got to have lesson plans, and you still got to have, you got to deal with kids, you know, and that's always energy draining. I enjoy it, but it's energy draining. And by the time I get home, sometimes I got enough energy left to to hit the to hit YouTube and to edit a video, and you know, sometimes I don't. I just don't push. I don't push myself too far. Welcome, Vadim G, new subscriber. Welcome to the channel. Thank you. But, you know, that's typically what my day's like. So unless we have holiday or vacation, that's what I'm doing. Cody in Texas says teaching kids and keeping their attention is not easy. You have, unless you've done it before, bro. Woo! It's a tough little concept, but I tell you, it does pay off in the end. It does pay off. It feels good to know that you're helping somebody, and the day goes by pretty fast due to the way our system's set up. So, Gerald says, what do you think about using drones and part of the vlogging experience? I think drones add another dimension to vlogging that I can't wait to get. When I can afford a drone, I'm going to be having a drone. One of the videos that is coming out on Wahan Beach when I was in Wahan in March actually has 4K video on it, shot from a Phantom 4 or Phantom 2. I can't remember. The big one, the big consumer drone from DJI. And it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And that'll be coming up sometime soon. The rest of it shot in 10. It'll be down res to 1080p. But anytime you take a 4K clip and down res it to 2.7 or 1080p, you can really see a lot of difference. Cody says, I've taught my kids sports teams. Oh, that's even worse. Very moody most of the time. They don't want to be there and ruins it for the ones who do. It happens. It does happen. A little, yeah, it can happen. Let me get another drink, guys. I'll be right back with you. I'm gonna get up and get a Coke. A little caffeine here going on. If you hadn't hit the like button yet, please do so. It just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy, and I really like it very, very much. Yeah, so attitudes, that also applies to teaching or work environments in general, because attitude reflects leadership. That's just the way it works. Because I think I found the right stuff. Interesting. But that's just the way things work. If the boss has a bad attitude, generally the employees are going to have a bad attitude. I read a very interesting piece on Microsoft. They took one of their divisions and gave them 10-hour days, but had them work Monday through Thursday and gave them a 3-day weekend every week. Over the course of 2 months, productivity increased by 40%. So that tells you how people feel about time off versus working. They tend to do a better job, I would think, working if they know they have something to look forward to on the weekend. Cody says, as far as sports, the weather has a lot to do with their attitude. Yeah, that would make sense. I could see that happening. Come on, guys, give me some questions. Cody says, the best teachers I've ever had instituted film, activities, and visuals to teach, not just talking and writing. I would agree with that 100%, Cody. Very important that happens. Stuck says, I tell my workers the lashings will continue until morale improves. That's kind of opposite of what I was trying to say, but okay. That's the way you feel, bro. That was a little bit different, I do have to say. But it's awesome. Gerald says, waiting for Black Friday to get a new iPhone and hopefully a drone and portable monitors. Look at you, man. That's awesome. If I can save enough money, hopefully I can get one on Black Friday too. Although I'm not sure that we have a Black Friday over here in Thailand. I think that's all U.S. done in the USA. I can't remember. Can't remember what happened last year. But that's a good idea, Gerald. Very good idea. So what besides smoking Joes are you missing about Pat's? Oh, I went over that in the beginning, but I'll say it again. Mostly my friends, and I miss a little bit of the nightlife. But I was explaining if I just wanted nightlife, if that's what it was, Bangkok's got twice as much nightlife as Pattaya. Mostly miss the food, my friends. I also miss the islands of Pattaya. I miss going out on the island because those were some really nice islands that I discovered via a friend at the time, and we went out and got to see some pretty cool stuff on the islands of Pattaya. It was very interesting, it really was, and spend the days out there taking amazing photos, some great video, and I was just absolutely I was blown away by by the beauty that Pattaya had. When people think it's just ugly and that kind of thing, I can already tell you from being there once, it's not it's not like it used to be. There are a lot of parts that still are, but there are also parts that are really changing, and you can see the change coming. And even the parts that haven't changed, you're still going to see them coming. So it's it's pretty cool. But there's a lot of things I miss going. I miss the shopping and some of the markets there in Pattaya. That was a good question. Our experience, good question. Cody says, "Yeah, if they would let teachers smack the kids around again, it would improve things." Yeah, it would. It certainly would. Gregory says, "Can you operate drones freely there?" Not freely. You have to get them registered. They have to have insurance. And there are a lot of rules regarding drones. I've checked into it a little bit. Cody says Black Friday instituted to get the new Christmas stuff on shelves. That's true. Steak and Florida says this is an old joke / thing. Robert says Gregory, no, it must be registered. Yeah, got to register it. Gordon says, awesome camera equipment without content is like polishing a truck. I agree, 100%. 100%, Gordon. You could have the best camera in the world, and if you don't have any kind of content worth watching or listening to or anything else, it doesn't matter. I shot on or I recorded on my cell phone for a long time when I had this channel. Cody says, or make room for all the products in the warehouse for Christmas. Also true. Gregory says, thank you, Robert. Easy enough process. Our experience says Black Friday is also a very good day to buy flight tickets. Equals great deals. I've heard that before. Our experience, I've never experienced buying a flight ticket on that day, but I've heard that that day comes with some pretty good deals. And also flying around Christmas time, like flying on Christmas Day, I've heard is fairly cheap. So, if you hadn't hit the thumbs up button, please hit the thumbs up button. If you enjoy the content, want to make sure we get all the thumbs up we possibly can. And our goal is always 50 there. We're at 20 right now. Got 30 to go, but we can do it. You can actually share this vlog on your social media while we're live, by the way. Just to let you guys know, all you got to do is hit the share button. Cody says, personality is key for vloggers. I've watched many that had cheap cameras, but they had the gift gab to keep you entertained. 100%. 100% agree. Stuck says, Cody in Texas, Robert says it's easier to pay someone who is registered to take the drone video. I like that. Gordon says, do we have Black Friday in Thailand? I don't think so. I don't think so. That's what I'm sitting here trying to remember, and I really can't. I don't remember having Black Friday sales here. Because the Christmas is not really a celebrated holiday here, is it, Gordon? Am I missing something? Because I've been um, honestly, I've been working during both. Have I been here for two? Yeah, for the Christmases I've been here. I don't remember. Gerald says, don't worry about Black Friday. We'll let you know when I get my ticket. Then you can tell me what to get and when we can square up when I arrive. 10-4, Gerald. Sounds good. Prep for it says, hey, Jeremy, I'm bringing a half helmet for moto taxis while I am there. The authorities are finding money where they can do to no tourism. The fine is a minimum of 1,000 baht. Yes, if you come here, especially if you come here right after the country opens, if you're going to be using motorbike taxis, you definitely want to bring a helmet with you because, and you also want to be sure that you are doing everything right, particularly if you are in a place like Pattaya. You will get pulled over. You will get fined. Walk only on the crosswalks. Don't. I forgot what they call it when you don't walk on crosswalks. But don't do that. Jaywalking, is that right? Jaywalking. Don't do that. Don't do anything that could bring any unnecessary attention to yourself. That's my motto. Always 100,000% of the time. That's just how I feel about that. Don't do anything that can bring unnecessary attention to you. And I don't believe it or not, guys. You would think, oh, you're a vlogger. You got 27,000 subscribers. People know you and that kind of thing. Yeah, people come up to me on the streets and say hey, and say, hey, you're Jeremy from blah 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 blah. And I'm happy to meet them. That kind of thing. But at the same time, I also don't bring attention to myself when I'm in certain places because it's better to be to fly under the radar in many cases than it is to be well known. I can assure you. Good point. Cody says, Jay, you are one of the few that can do both vids and go live. Thank you, sir. I do my best. I'm going to do a video. I'm not sure if I'm going to record it today. I may, but I'm not going to edit it for a while. I'm going to put it out to channel members first, and then I'm going to see if I can move it to YouTube. But I'm going to talk about the nitty-gritty of dating here in Thailand as far as Thai-friendly and Tinder goes. And I'm going to get real specific and probably won't be able to put it on YouTube. Probably have to go to members only. But we'll see. We'll see. Robert said, let's see. Hang on. Where was I at? Thanks, Cody, for that compliment. I really appreciate that. Cody says, some have great vids, but live streaming not for them and vice versa. I agree. Live streaming is not always for me. Sometimes I don't have a clear head and I'm often talking about whatever. But I think it's important on live stream to have like goals, right? The live streams are made for, in my opinion, for three reasons. Number one, to communicate and bring your channel members and subscribers together so that they actually get a personal connection to you. That's number one. Number two is to personalize the YouTube experience, which I also believe is very important, so that people can see who you are, not just who you are on video. They can see you, I guess, raw is what I'm trying to say. And the third reason is to create revenue for the channel, because live streams offer an opportunity for super chats, PayPal contributions, and some people have Patreon accounts. I don't have one, but some people do. Some people have this new thing, I think, called Subscribe Star or something like that. But whatever the case may be, it's a good way to generate income for your channel and whatever you're trying to do, whether it be grow plants or go stay at hotels around Thailand, whatever the case may be. But that's the three reasons that I like to do live streaming, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy the interaction, and I really enjoy the family component of it, because when I'm sitting here talking to you guys, it feels like I'm talking with my family. Speaking of PayPal link, thank you for putting that back up there, Robert. I appreciate it. As we flow through, I'm sure we'll see it more and more. If you hadn't hit the like button, please do. And we're going to continue talking about working in Bangkok. People think they can't work in Bangkok because they can't afford to live here. You totally can't afford to live here, because I would say about 15 to 20% of the time when you go for a job in Bangkok, your pay is going to be about 20 to 30% higher than what it was in, somewhere up in Isan or down in Rayong. In rural areas, you're going to make more money. Cody says, when do you plan to go back and visit family again? No plans, brother. No plans right now. Definitely want to go back and visit my family, but as of right now, there are no plans to do so because of the travel situation. And we all know we're not talking about the travel situation on here, but because of it, it's just impossible to go right now, and probably anytime in the incoming future. I don't want to be that guy that gets out and then can't get back in. I mean, I would be able to get back in because I would have a non-BE, a work permit, and a reentry permit as well. But yeah, I just don't want to deal with. And I'm not saying anything bad about Thai immigration. I'm just saying I personally don't want to deal with them any more than I have to. Gerald says, looking forward to the down and dirty on dating in Thailand. Well, I don't mean like pictures or anything like that. I'm talking about speaking freely about the some of the things that you can expect and some of the things that you can't. Jim Pell's in the house. Let me read Cody's comment first. Researching, I've seen it, would be most beneficial to teach in Bangkok and then hit Pattaya and Rayong on the weekends. Absolutely, 100% agree. That's what I've been doing for a little while, but I haven't. I actually used to go to Pattaya every single weekend when I taught in Rayong. I don't do that because I could just drive my bike. I put my backpacks on and ride the motorbike to Pattaya. Here in Bangkok, unfortunately, it's much easier to take a taxi, but the taxi is relatively expensive to go down and back. You can take the bus, but with things the way they are right now, taking the bus is just Mr. Jim Pell is throwing up PayPal links left and right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Stuck in Florida says you may be stuck somewhere for 14 days when you come back to Thailand. Yeah, you definitely could. That's a problem. Our experience says, hey, challenge Jim. Jim says 3 PayPals in a row means it's time for a challenge. Jim Pell is in the house. Hit us with it, Jim. We got 24 people watching right now. Let's see what you got. Cody says something Thailand has a good YouTube channel for Rayong properties. I have to check those out. I think you've got your mindset on Rayong for retirement, Cody. And I want you to look at a couple other places before you just expand on Rayong being the place. And I say that because I lived there 16 months. Good morning, Charles. I assume that's what you're saying. Good morning. Yeah, I don't know. ERA Thailand, is that the company, Cody? That has good properties. There's plenty of real estate available. It's just getting into it now. Getting into the real estate and that kind of thing would be a little bit difficult just because of the situation here in Thailand. But still, no reason to or not to come in and think about or be thinking long term right now. That's no problem at all. Cody says, I'm thinking Bangkok, then visit these areas when I get the beach bug. You will get the beach bug. Jim says, stuck in Florida. How are you doing tonight, sir? So everybody is saying yes. Company name that was Cody. Okay, good. Because if you live if you can get a home base in Thailand, if you just want to travel around Thailand while you're here, Gordon says long list of places to retire in Thailand. Rayong ain't on it. I tell people it could be good for retirement, Gordon, just because I've seen plenty of retirees there. I personally would not retire in Rayong. There's nothing that attracts me to Rayong at all, with the exception of the Bonpei area and Koh Samet, that stuff. So, yeah. I'm pretty much in agreement with you as far as the retirement goes, but I couldn't do it. There's no way I could do it. Other people are different, and I'll let them do that. ERA, Electronica Realty Associates, Thailand. Electronic Realty Associates, Thailand. Cool. Cody says, yeah, I figured Bangkok, good central point until a spinner gets her mitts on you. That's right. You can get the point I was trying to make is you can get in Bangkok, you can get a reasonably priced apartment somewhere not too far from the either Don Wang or I don't want to say Suvarnabhumi, I'm going to say it wrong, but anyway, the other airport in Thailand. And if you're going to be traveling mostly around just Southeast Asia or just Thailand, then most of your flights are going to come out of Don Wang, which is northwestern Bangkok. It's actually Nothamburi province. I can't remember, but it's not too far outside of Bangkok, and that would be a good spot to get an apartment. You can probably find an apartment for I know you can find apartments or condos for 8,000 baht and less, which is going to be less than $300 a month. And that would be a good place to make home base so you could travel around. That would be very, very interesting. Swanepoel, thank you, Robert. Thank you. Always, please, everybody, correct me when I say that wrong, because I say it wrong quite often, and I don't mean to. Cody says that bid on your 6,000 baht condo I have in mind to start at for now. Yeah. That was that was a much nicer condo than I'm in here. It was a little bit farther away, but it was a one bedroom, had an AC in that bedroom, then I had another AC in the living room. I had separate bathroom, shower, and a kitchen. I actually had not just a kitchenette, but a kitchen with an oven and everything. And that was only 6,000 baht per month. That was on the outskirts of Bangkok, but at the time, I lived a 5-minute walk from the MRT, and once you get on the MRT, you can go anywhere you want to. Jim has thrown out a challenge, and I don't know how effective it'll be, but we will see. Jim says, will Jeremy have I every time you get he's talking into his phone. Okay, every time you get $5 $10 contributions, I'll throw you another 20 contributions, or however you get 50. That's an interesting challenge. So every time we get $50 in contributions, you'll throw in another 20. That's a lot of money. I like it, Jim. Good challenge, man. We'll see if we have any takers. Got to get some more people in the house, I would imagine, before that would happen. But very good challenge. I agree. And please hit the thumbs up button if you don't do anything else. Prep for it says, thanks for killing trolls at Robert and at Jim Pale. Yes, I agree. Cody says, I have a 2,000 square foot house and it's too much. I need enough room to sleep and watch Kung Fu movies, then hit the streets daily. I like that. Ovens are a luxury item in Asia. Yeah, they are stuck. And it actually wasn't like a oven in America. It was one of the small convection ovens, just a little bit bigger than a microwave. But I also had a microwave in that apartment. And that 6,000 baht a month included internet and television. So I was, wow. Gerald says, what is it like getting a safe deposit box at a bank? Is it similar to the U.S.? I don't know. I don't have one, Gerald. I could probably ask around and see if anyone has a safe deposit box. I'm sure they have something, or they either have safe deposit boxes or they have boxes like that they call that they just call it a different name. So I would have to check around and get you that information. I'll see what I can do though. Let's see. Cody in Texas says every 50, 20 more. Yeah, that's right. Every 50, 20 more. So for every $50 we get in PayPal, Jim says he will hit it with 20 more. That's a good day. I would be beside myself if we just got 50. Robert says, thank you, Prep for it. Much appreciated. Cody says, oh, wow, internet and TV here adds 200 to your bills. That's awesome. Cody says, Asian game shows are quite entertaining. Nell in Thailand, what's up, man? Good morning. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Saw your mask that you were wearing, and I laughed my butt off. I thought they were absolutely some of the most entertaining masks I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if you're still having those produced or what the status is there, but that was very interesting to say the least, for sure. KJ, what's up, man? Good to see you. All good. How are you? I'm good, man. I'm real good. Just getting ready to go back to work, as you probably could tell by the title of the video. We've been talking about everything. Living in Thailand, working in Thailand, Bangkok, Pattaya, a little bit of everything. And what we miss and what we don't miss, and what we like and what we don't like. And then Jim threw out for every $50 we get in PayPal, he's going to match it with 20, and we got all kinds of stuff going on in here. People are asking some really good questions, especially about living and that kind of thing. You're going to be here another 3 months or more? Wow. You're cool with it though. I don't blame you. If you got the money, it shouldn't be a problem at all. Did you make it to Chiang Mai, by the way? I saw on Facebook where you were going to head up toward the Chiang Mai area. I'd be very curious about that. Jim says, I'm going to share this to my Facebook right now. Everybody should go share this live stream to the social media real quick. Let's see if we can get some people in here. That would be awesome. All you have to do is hit the share button. That'd be very good. And remind people to hit the thumbs up button. That would also be cool. Cody says Phuket is beautiful, but 3 times the price. Thanks, Holiday Inn. I know, right? Jazz, what's up, Jazz? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time, man. Long time. I say long time, but it's probably only been like 2 or 3 chats ago. Cody says, I still look back on my March trip that I could have gotten stuck for a year. Yes, you could have. How's the forum? The forum. Nail and Thailand has a forum. Nail and Thailand has a forum. I don't know. I was just looking at some of the food he was eating and some of the places he was at. He does some interesting things here in Thailand, and he either got some masks or made some masks. I don't know which one it was, but they were really cool looking. Jazz says, yeah, working weird hours now, behind schedule. I hear you. I'm going back to work full time tomorrow, and I'm not really looking forward to it. Nell says, nah, if you're in Thailand and thinking of traveling domestically, you should watch my Grounded in Bangkok video. It's very relevant to traveling in Thailand right now. I would imagine so, because domestic travel by air is going to be, right as of right now, there are only very few routes running. Everything else is going to be, you're pretty much going to have to get a taxi, the way I understand it, because the buses are not allowing foreigners on them yet. I don't know if they are now, but they weren't at one time. They were definitely not allowing people on. Let's see. Robert's answering Gerald's questions. He said, this is from a Thai Bank website reserved for the primary renters who maintain whatever that word is, exclusive status when applying for a safe box or make a payment within a specified period. Interesting. Jim tagged me in a post. So Jim just shared the live stream on Facebook, and that would be awesome if some people started popping in. That's awesome. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate that, bud. KJ says, first time I went to Phuket, had some money to spend, stayed in Swiss Hotel in front of Holiday Inn and a 5-star hotel. It was good, but outdated. Understood. We were talking earlier about how I'm going to take some travel fund money and go to hotels here in Bangkok and stay near popular places here in Bangkok rather than traveling all over the place doing hotel and other reviews while I'm working full time, because working full time here for me is exhausting. And I know you think, oh, you're just a teacher, how can it be exhausting? Trust me, it's exhausting. Let's see. Joe says, thanks, Robert. Now, I'm so sorry, brother. I gotta pull that off because of the Q word. I didn't read the rest of it, but we can't say that. YouTube won't let us leave messages up like that, man. I don't know why. Cody says our bus is running from Bangkok to Pattaya right now. As far as I know, they are, but I don't know if a foreigner can get on them yet. Nail in Thailand says, yes, you can get a bus from Ekamaya to Pattaya for 119 baht. Can you? Yeah, it's no problem now. No problem. Just YouTube's algorithm, they always like super double triple check my videos, so I don't know what's going on. But have you been able to ride that bus now? Because the last I heard, you could only get on the bus if you were a Thai citizen. So if you've been able to take that bus, then that means they're letting foreigners back on the buses again, and that's a really good thing, because when they first started, they were only allowing Thai citizens to get on that bus. Yes, got it last week. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's really, really, really good information for people that are here in Thailand or that may be coming in the first wave. So if he got it last week, that means they're up and running. That's only. Soy Dog Cowboy says it was only one bus line that prevented that. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I read something different, but that doesn't mean that what I read was correct. My source, the news source that I got it from, could definitely have been mistaken. Cody says $4 for a 100-mile bus ride. Wow, yeah, that's the thing, man. Traveling is cheap if you want it to be. If you can handle traveling cheap, it's cheap over here. As long as you don't get like claustrophobic on a bus or something, you shouldn't have any problem with that at all. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Definitely shouldn't be a problem. But that's good to know that the buses are back open because that's a cheap way to get around, and you can go pretty much anywhere in Thailand you want to go on a bus for the most part, and they typically the bus system itself is typically great. Like I've taken yellow bus all the way from Bangkok to Mukdahan, or however you pronounce that city that's on the border of Thailand and Laos at the Mekong River. And that was like a 15-hour bus ride, and I made it just fine. Prep Fort says, I miss how happy and positive the Thai people are. And no, I do not mean the 400 people yelling, hey, handsome man, at me while on certain toys. I understand. The Thai people are very happy people. They're a happy set of people, and they are some very generous people. If you meet the right ones, I don't mean generous in terms of they're going to give you money. I just mean generous in terms of you're not going to go hungry. They're going to introduce you to their family. They're going to do a whole bunch of things. And Thai people in general are super nice. Stuck says, I've hitched rides on cattle trucks. The buses in Thailand don't bother me. I hear you, bud. I know you like to go outside the box, and from normal people. I know you like to stay in rural areas. So Nell says, gotta run, guys. I want to get a head start on this week's work. Enjoy the rest of the stream, guys. Thank you, Nell, for dropping by, and I appreciate you sharing that very, very important piece of information. Thank you very much. Cody says, when I was a contractor, I loved driving and went long ways for jobs. Actually, I would prefer just sitting back with a Coke and enjoying the scenery. You can definitely do that. You can definitely do that for sure. We are at 26 likes, and we are trying to get to 50. And that's going to take that's probably going to take another hour of me talking if we don't get more people in here. Also, Jim's $50 challenge is still out there for any of you that may be interested. I don't know. That's up to you. But any questions about working in Thailand from you guys working in Bangkok, visiting Pattaya? What it's been like for me, and how I got to know people in Pattaya. I don't know. There's the PayPal link Robert threw up. That's what we're looking to get $50 from, and then Jim is going to match it with 20. So that's one thing we have going on. The other thing is, Stuck in Florida says, sorry, I want to retire in Thailand. I hope never have to work when I move there. I hear you, brother. Hey, there's Dan. Dan in the tropics had a question about teaching English in Thailand. My friend was pulling in 30,000 baht. They didn't take taxes out. Is that because of the income level? No, they're supposed to take taxes out. For the first 2 years, you don't have to pay any taxes. but you still, maybe that's what it was. It was this first year, because for the first 2 years that you teach in Thailand, you don't have to like pay any taxes. No, that's not it either, because it still came out of my paycheck every month. So at the end of the year, you don't have to pay taxes, but you still pay the Social Security tax, which is, I think, 750 baht, if I'm not mistaken, out of each paycheck. So they would have had to deduct that 750 baht out of his check somehow, or he would have had to pay it at the end of the year. Because I know plenty of people that teach at that level, and that has always been the same. It's great. It's a great question, Dan. Real good question. But that's kind of how the Thai tax system works over here. So that's very weird. Ask him if he got a tax return at the end of the year from the school he was teaching at, because we always get tax returns. And if we don't get tax returns, then something's wrong somewhere. Cody says, are the Muay Thai events going again? Movies, water parks, etc. Most of those are going to be phase 5 stuff, and that's going to be announced tomorrow. I may do a short little clip on that at some point in time tomorrow, but it'll be tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon, which will be which will be tomorrow morning for you guys. So I'm not sure. That's a good question, Cody. I'll check it out and see. Some of the water parks had open, some of the theaters had open, but they had the, all the social distancing stuff with the X's on the seats, and you couldn't sit close to each other. So if you took a date, it just didn't happen, and it was like really weird. I'm not sure. So July 1, restaurants and bars mainly. That was the plan. That was the original plan, was July 1. Now it's looking more like it's going to be September 1. I don't know, or maybe that's just on the flights, but the bar owners, what I read this morning was the bar owners and some of the restaurants were extremely upset that they were continuing to keep them closed. So they're having a meeting on that on Monday, and there's supposed to be a big announcement. And it's Sunday here, so that'll be tomorrow, with a big announcement regarding all that stuff. Personally, I think the sooner they open, the better off it'll be. But at the same time, I am not a medical doctor or anybody qualified to state such things. So therefore, I will keep my mouth shut about it. 28 likes, need 50. We got a lot to go. We're only at 28. Got to hit some thumbs up here. So now you can grab food and go. Yeah, you can grab food and go. You can actually go to restaurants and sit down and eat. I don't know if you watched Smoking Joe's, the Smoking Joe's video I did in Pattaya about 3 weeks ago. I think 3 weeks ago. Or 2 weeks ago, we sat down and ate at. We ate there. I ate at Sizzlers, which was in the mall. They usually have a partition between you, or they have these little menus, the paper menus that you check the boxes of what you want, and then the waiter will go get it for you. So it's kind of I don't know. It's a good deal. It's a good deal. Sit down and eat or not? Yep. Yeah, about a month ago, you sat down and Smoking Joe's. Yep. So you can definitely sit down and eat. You just can't sit down with large groups. And that's kind of what they're talking about. They don't want large groups sitting down. You got to remember, Thailand has done a phenomenal job with the situation at hand. I mean, you're only talking about 58 people who are no longer here because of that situation. in the entire country of Thailand. So they did a good job doing what they do best, which is govern. And sometimes it's a little bit harsh, but that's okay. But it appears harsh to us. But to the Thais, it's probably just another one they mark up. No big deal, I'm sure. So back to work in Bangkok tomorrow, and I'll be missing my second favorite city, Pattaya, for a while. I won't be able to go. Dan in the Tropic says, LOL, I wish we had followed the same rules you guys put in place in Thailand during it. Yeah. Probably could have been a lot different outcome, I would expect, Dan. Cody says the rest of the world should have followed the lead where people come first. I agree. Robert says goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, Robert. Take care, brother. Thank you for hanging in there this long. I really appreciate it. And we're at 28 likes is what I'm showing right now. I at least want to try to get to 30. I mean, gotta have 30 likes, right? Take care of yourself, Robert Mack. Appreciate it very much. Robert says you need a private plane. Yes, I do need a private plane. That would be quite awesome. Private plane would be interesting, to say the least. But that would always be one of my hopes and dreams if I got really, really rich for some unusual reason. David says, by the way, there are no stranded U.S. tourists here. It's possible to leave Thailand and get back to the United States. Any U.S. tourists here under amnesty here by choice? Who could blame them? To the best of my knowledge, I have not claimed that there are stranded U.S. tourists here. You simply can't fly out and fly back in. That's what I'm saying. You can't fly back into the country because Thailand is not accepting international travel currently. That I did a video on travel bubbles yesterday, and that's what they're working towards. There's going to be a big announcement on it tomorrow. And I agree. Who could blame them? I mean, they're stuck here. They're not stuck here, but they're U.S. They could be repatriated if they wanted to be. It's their choice. Dan says, are they having people in Bangkok back in the office? I'm going back to the office in 2 weeks, mandatory. I'm not sure. I know office jobs are running. If that's what you're talking about, they're running as normal. So I don't know. It's a great question. Cody says private plane. Don Perry and Spinners. That would be. That sounds like a good Cody comment right there. But I don't want to bore you guys to death, and it seems like we've hit a point where not too much is happening in the discussion or with the likes or people coming in or the PayPal challenge Jim put out. So I think we'll just go ahead and wrap this one up, and I hope that I answered your guys' questions. The nightclub scene in Pattaya, I do not know because when I was there were no nightclubs that was open. Saw another YouTuber who had some fun videos of it. There shouldn't have been any nightlife videos open now. Tommy White says 29. Hey JC, and have a good day. You too, Tommy. But there should not be any current videos unless people are recording it in Pattaya and then sending it to someone. So, because to the best of my knowledge, there are no nightclubs open in Pattaya right now, and I have friends there on the ground. Back in 2019. Oh, in 2019, it was, the nightlife scene in Pattaya it's another world when you get there. It's good to get off the plane and maybe spend a night in Bangkok and then go to Pattaya and learn about it and understand that you have a budget for the day. And if you're going to be there a week, make sure you got a weekly budget and don't overspend. And that's pretty much it. Pattaya, you can have a lot of fun there and you can have a really good time. But for somebody like me, I don't drink or anything like that. So, I go, I have fun, I socialize, and then it's out. You guys can pretty much remember some of the videos that I had of Pattaya. I had videos of walking the street and LK Metro and all that stuff. But some of the videos, it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, I'm going to bed. I'm leaving. So I'm not really a huge nightlife person. Our experience says one night in Bangkok makes a hard man home. I like that too. There's a lot of, Bangkok nightlife and Pattaya nightlife. Really, the only difference is, with the exception of the size of the places, is everything in Pattaya is in a small area. Certainly compared to the areas of Bangkok, because there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different locations you can find in Bangkok, and where there's really only 3 that you can find in Pattaya. There are other small spots, individual, but I'm talking about big places in Pattaya. So, with that being said, guys, I think Bangkok is a little more expensive, our experience. I want to thank my moderators for doing such a great job. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate anyone who's super chatted and sent a PayPal. Gerald, thank you very much. And also, there was a Dan in here that sent a super chat. I appreciate that. Dan in the Tropics says, last time I went to Thailand was for 3 weeks. Amazing holiday. The partying will take a toll once you're back home. That's right. It sure will. Definitely. Thanks everyone for joining the live stream. It's always good to get the family together. Remember, going back to work full-time tomorrow, so video content may change, but I will still, in other words, I'm probably not going to be putting out a video every day. And I will still have the live streams on the weekends, and I will put out as much content as humanly possible throughout the week. But don't look for more than 1 or 2 videos because it's just not feasible for me to do most of the time. With that being said, I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you don't do anything else today, please be sure you do more life. See you on the next one, guys.